Hi everyone, I'm your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you to everyone for your support. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to my day one subscribers. I need for you all to listen to this video. Yes, listen to it from beginning to end. Continue to engage in the comment section respectfully. Also, head on over to the community section. I have some polls going on. Vote, 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 vote. Again, thank you guys for your support. And let me jump right into the topic. Okay, you guys, as you can see what this video is going to be about, I'm going to hop right into the topic. But before I do that, I will be remiss to say again, get my likes up. All you guys have to do is just like my video. That's a great way to support my channel. Just like it. Let's get my likes up. Let's get my views up. And also, again, listen to this video from beginning to end. Yes, listen to this video from beginning to end and continue to engage in the comment section. Okay, you guys. Yes, more of Bronny James, and I have Damar Hamlin on here as well. So I just wanted to add more context to what I spoke about early on regarding Bronny James and his health situation as far as marketability. And before I actually continue, and I'm going to share maybe one or two screens with you guys too, I just want to say this. I usually typically don't dive into like health type of topics when it comes to different celebrities or people, whatever, because to me, it's their business. It's a private and sensitive situation. If they want to share, then fine. If not, then fine. As you can see, I haven't did any content on Jamie Foxx because, first of all, I really don't know what's going on. There's just so many different reports. But more importantly, if he wants to share, he'll share. If he don't want to share, then that's his prerogative. So I'm not here to speculate on what could have caused his health, unfortunate or untimely health concern. And I don't want to put that out in this space. But for right now, for this particular topic, it's about marketability, especially when in terms of athletes. And for those who do not know, I pretty much kind of pre-record my videos, but I will be possibly going live this Sunday to unveil a new wine that I'm sipping and take to. For those who don't know, I am a casual wine drinker. I prefer wine over hard liquor, but I'm going to unveil a new wine that that was recommended, and I'm going to go live, and I have a guest. Yes, your girl The Mix has a guest. Hopefully the live works out perfectly, but this guest is going to weigh in more on the Bronny James situation. This guest is younger because I'm a woman from a lathered age and lathered age group now. And the individual is a Bronny James fan and LeBron fan. And I value this person's perspective and insight and opinion in certain areas on topics or whatever. So I just thought I could bring more of a different opinion, I guess you can say, or perspective to this particular topic in terms of marketability, in terms of athletes, and when they are, I guess, quote unquote, they're the goods. When you're speaking about marketability and products and brands, and it's, is it good? Is it good for the organization? Is it good for the brand? Is it good? How can this individual continue to be marketed especially if they're an athlete in this, space, and that's what this topic is about. And they have these physical concerns, which, being an athlete, your physicality is in my opinion, I guess it's safe to say, is first and foremost when it comes to the sports organization. So, but yeah, I will have someone on Sunday going live. Fingers crossed that all goes well, to add their perspective, their insight, and this person to indulge in sports probably more than I do. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. So let me go ahead and share a screen with you guys. Okay. Per Google.
Marketability.
Marketability, yes. The ability of a commodity to be sold or marketed. A garden will increase the marketability of your property. Okay, and that's an example they're giving per Google, how you can think of the word marketability in whatever context. So they're using A garden will increase your property's marketability. That's just like real estate. Real estate, the more you beautify your home exterior wise, where your property is located, location, increases the marketability. What's in your particular area, the school district, or a certain level of income increases what? The marketability of said property. Okay, so hopefully you guys are following me. But let me go ahead and share another screen with you guys. Okay, hopefully I didn't say his name wrong. As you can see, according to, and this is an old article, but it connects with what I'm speaking about today, to the Bronny James topic. And if you head on over to my community section, I have some polls going on about Bronny James marketability. So go ahead and vote. Phil, Damar Hamlin cleared to play again after cardiac arrest. And this is from aljazeera.com. And again, this is an old article, but it speaks to what is the subject of discussion now today. The 25-year-old Buffalo Bills safety collapsed during a game in January and required CPR on the field. And it wasn't looking good at all for this young fella. And I think he's 25 years old. So mind you, he's 25 years old. Bronny James, I think, was 18 years old, going to college, all of that. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been cleared to resume playing 3 months after he suffered a cardiac arrest during a game last season and needed his heart restarted on the field, the NFL club said. Ooh, I remember that. Hamlin collapsed during a game on January 2nd against the Cincinnati Bengals, moments after making a routine tackle, and received life-saving CPR on the field as the frightening scene unfolded in front of a packed stadium and national U.S. television audience. And I'm not going to go over the entire article. This is just some excerpts. The 25-year-old's recovery captivated the sports world, with Hamlin receiving an outpouring support from around the globe. He's cleared to resume full activities just like anyone else coming back from an injury, Bills general manager Brandon Beane said on Tuesday in a post on the club's Twitter account. Again, you guys, this is like an older article from a few months ago. He's fully cleared. He's here, and he is of the mindset he's in a great headspace to come back and make his return. Being said, the clearance came after the player met with a third and final specialist on Friday. To my understanding, the team or the organization, they consulted specialists outside, which to me, in my opinion, they supposed to, because it would conflict the interest to use your own internal specialist. But from my understanding, I think their team doctors, their team staff sat in on what the outside physicians stated in their analysis and stuff. So, being said, 3 specialists were in agreement that Hamlin was fit to resume full activity, while the Bills had their own doctors sit in on Hamlin's meeting with specialists. Being said, the team is following the lead of the specialists, and that's a great thing. Again, it eliminates conflict of interest. It eliminates someone coming back saying, oh, the team doctors, the team staff, physicians, and medical professionals, they're just pushing what the team want, and they're not thinking about the interests of the health of, this the player, the commodity. And he is a commodity. NFL's commodity. What? Soccer commodity. What? Basketball commodity. What? Baseball is a commodity. These athletes are commodities. You heard me. I just read marketability. What does that mean? Such an outcome seemed impossible 3 months ago when Hamlin was rushed to Cincinnati Hospital, sedated, and placed on a ventilator in critical condition. He remains in the hospital for several days, with fans holding vigils while the National Football League rallied around their fellow player and members of every team. Don Hamlin's inspired apparel at games, along with the expression of love and support at stadiums. Second-year player from Pittsburgh, excerpt of McKees Rock, spent nearly 10 days recovering in the hospital in Cincinnati and Buffalo before being released. He eventually began visiting the Bills facility and attended the team's season-ending 27-10 loss to Cincinnati in the divisional playoffs. Hamlin has since made numerous appearances around the United States, including meeting with President Joe Biden last month. I don't understand why he meet with, oh gosh, okay. Why meet with Jim Crow Joe? I'm not going to read the rest. If you're interested, come on over to this website, aljazeera.com, to read the article more in depth. Okay, future marketability, you guys. So I touched on that article because that particular situation speaks to Bronny James' situation as well. And you have to think marketability. When you think about that, as the definition term stated, just being able to, it's a commodity, how you're able to pretty much capitalize off of that. And what will the future look like for both of these young fellows? What will the future look like? Will an organization take the risk and invest, take the risk and pay out these big contracts? Or will the contracts be reduced? Will the time be reduced? Will the organizations that the NFL or the NBA, will they offer a lower contract through their agents? Will they offer less time just to keep an eye out and monitor the situation? Because at the end of the day, let's just keep it real and be honest. This is an organization. It's a business. Unfortunately, that's just how America works. It's a business, man, in my Jay-Z voice. But let me share another screen with you guys. Okay, Damar Hamlin. I got this from Track.com. He's an active player in his contract. Okay, you see Damar Hamlin's contract. This is a 4-year contract. And this particular contract, to my understanding, yes, it started in 2021. So he's safe. He's definitely safe for now up until, next year, 2024. But what's going to happen? He's going to be, as you can see, in 2025, Damar Hamlin will be a free agent. So what is that going to look like for the young fella? And it goes back to marketability. Drop a comment, you guys. Drop a comment. I'm not the one to say that I know or I'm experienced in sports and how all of this goes. I kind of ditch sports and I am familiar with football, but it just doesn't interest me. Baseball, for some reason, I kind of like baseball, but I like watching baseball in person, like at a game, actual game. I love watching it. I don't know, it's more exciting in person. But nevertheless, and hockey. I've been to a couple hockey games. I'm just really not into hockey like that. But back to marketability, future marketability. Do you believe these young fellas will be able to come back from all of this financially and career-wise? For Bronny James, money is not a thing. Money ain't a thing. His pops has it. They are billionaires. However, for Damar Hamlin, on the other hand, that's not the case. His contract will be up in 2025. So what is that going to look like? Will a team take a risk on him? Again, you got people in these boardrooms and these organizations. They're going to do what's in the best interest for their stockholders and the bottom line. I'm just keeping it real and honest at this point. And like I said, I'm going to have someone, a guest, come on Sunday to probably dive a little bit deeper into that aspect of it too, far as marketability, when you speak of Bronny James and all of this and that, and also Damar Hamlin. So, but what is that going to look like? Damar Hamlin is young, and although, in my opinion, and based off of what everyone has said about the NFL, what they call it, not for long. Like, you're not even in the NFL that long. But what is that going to look like? I read another article. I came across another article where I read that when the situation happened with Damar Hamlin early this year, they paid him, I think, his full contract. Yeah. That was very classy. And the article even cited that. I forgot which article it was, but I was just, doing a little bit of digging and research before I dived into this topic. Yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's classy. And the only reason why the NFL / that particular team, the team made that decision because, one, they didn't want any backlash. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 1,000. It's when this climate we're living in, social media wise, they didn't want their brand, their image to be frowned upon. They knew it would have been up. It would have been up. Pressure would have been on. So of course, y'all gonna honor this man contract. And yes, more importantly too, that was really the classy thing to do. Because you and it shows the vulnerability side of the league. But don't get it twisted, you guys. These people, they do things for themselves to look good, So, but as you can see on that screen, Damar Hamlin's, his contract is up in 2025. So what will that look like? Will his agents be able to market him? Amid the cardiac arrest situation. I'm not stating that he can't come back from this, but I'm looking at it from a business and financial perspective. Even when you think about corporations, in terms of just regular jobs day to day, they doing what's in the best interest of their stockholders, their brand. If you're not valued, they're looking at their bottom line. They're not looking at relationships and friendships behind the scene. Though, especially these private companies, they looking at the money. So I mean, yeah, that was cute. The NFL honored his contract in spite of his medical situation, untimely and unfortunate medical situation. But in 2025, what would that look like for him? Does anybody know, or have anybody been keeping track of situations and scenarios like this? I'm quite sure there's plenty more examples, but I haven't did any more digging to find examples as to how it looked after an injury, or how it looked after a major health scare on the field. How does it look for that particular person, the athletes, that brand? How does it look for them in the future? Are they marketable? Their agency, will their agency be able to sell them to another team? Because let's just keep it real, contracts are being bought and sold left and right, and it's a business, man. It really is. So that brings me back to Bronny James, yeah, he's young. Yes, he can rebound from this. But, and then too, like I said before in my last post about it, because some people, I got calls about that. Like, some people thought that my post was sensitive, but I don't see that. And I can respectfully, disagree. We can agree to disagree. But I'm just coming from a perspective as, when you get older and start learning things and seeing how this world operate, these people don't care about nobody but themselves. It may be a small pool, a micro pool of people with some heart, truly genuine hearts. But for the most part, it's about money. It's about power. You got legislators making decisions, and while we're sleeping, decisions, passing laws from local, state to federal, that's beneficial for their agenda, not for the people who vote. So just think about that. So you got organizations, they're thinking about their future, their bottom line. You have people coming in who's sitting on that board. It's like, you might have some people that sitting on the board that don't give a fuck. Let's just be real. I'm coming to you real here on the mix. And this is because, based off of my own experience, when it comes to when the blinders are off and you start thinking for yourself and you start researching, it's like, everything that was taught to me, in my opinion, a lot of stuff, it was a lie. It was a lie. This American dream and this and that. These people don't care about nothing but themselves, the bottom line, that money, they're pushing that paper, pushing the paper. So, but yeah, so let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Do you believe that these two young fellas are marketable? Do you? Do you believe they're marketable? Bronny and Damar Hamlin. In my opinion, probably not. Probably not. Like I said, don't be surprised if no one picks up Damar Hamlin, or don't be surprised if someone picks him up for maybe 1 year at a lower rate. Don't be surprised if Bronny James is not picked up for high rates. He might have a small contract, 1 or 2 years. So, and that's even if he wants to continue to pursue a career in basketball, because we don't know. I don't know. So especially after this particular health scare, you just don't know. So, and he has the means to go a different route, go a different avenue. He doesn't have to pick up his dad's trajectory. He can carve out his own lane, and maybe this is not for him. You just never know. So I'm sure this family is going to make the best decision possible. And ultimately, Bronny James is a young adult now. He's 18. Yeah, he's still living at home. It's that, etc. He's in college now. All of that. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment. Like this video. Share this video. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I just wanted to dive a little bit deeper into this. And if you all know of any examples where, whether it be NFL players, baseball players, basketball players, hockey players, whatever type of sport area it comes from, give me an example of players being extremely successful after either maybe a major injury or a major health scare, and in terms of physicality, So drop it in the comment section. Let's get the discussion going. Hopefully, again, that this is not a sensitive topic. I know this. Some people are like, "Oh, why even discuss this now? His health is more important." Absolutely, absolutely. His health, both of their healths are important. Anyone who's, whether you're in sports or not, your health is important. They say health is wealth, and it is. It definitely is. Because how can you be of good to anyone or your family if your health is not intact? So look at Steve Jobs. He quote unquote Apple, the Apple phone, whatever, quote unquote. That's what they say. Controversy about that too, based on controversy about that too, based on some research I did as to if he did he pick it up from somebody else and all of that stuff. But I think he did like a TED talk towards the end of his life, when he knew that it was inevitable that he would not be here any longer, and he spoke about, I think, don't quote me on this, he spoke about like health, being more in tune with his health, his body, his spirit. Like, you can't get that back. You can't get that back. So, but yeah, like this video, share this video, you guys. Let's get the discussion going. Future marketability of both of these young fellas. What does that look like? Like I said, will the NBA, will a team pick up Bronny James? Will they just pick him up? Because this is a liability now. It's definitely a liability, even if you go through certain specialists. Yeah, Damar Hamlin went through specialists, but let's see what that contract looked like in 2025. Or let's see if he's even offered a contract. Yeah. But if you have any examples, drop it in the comment section of a player continuing to be successful after a major injury or after a major health scare. And I mean successful on the field in terms of contract wise, and on the court in terms of contract wise. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like this video, share this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.